like, okay, I'm sitting on my phone promoting my music and fucking up. They're talking about body modification. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were talking about. Well, of course, you know what I'm saying? The news, you know what I'm saying, makes the shit sound way worse than what it really was. You know, they blew everything out of proportion, but it was all because of body modification, you know? She wanted it done. Because I know people, you know, and that's the thing about body modification, too, is I know people that have gotten their fucking pinkies cut off. I know people that fucking put implants in their fucking heads, tattoos all over the face and body, all types of shit, dude. They put fucking all types of shit in their backs. I know people that hang from their backs and from hooks and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's normal in our society, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. So you guys all got arrested. I mean, what exactly were you charged with for filming it?
Just a fucking party to a crime.
So what happened to the guy that actually did the pinky slicing? I guess he's still locked up?
That's my brother. No, that's my brother. He's still locked up. He got sentenced to 3.5 and 4 out.
Yeah. And so where'd the girl? What happened to the girl? She's just chilling?
Forget about it.
And I mean, is that the reason that you may be going back for the same charges, or is that something else you done that you may not want to talk about?
No, it's the same shit, same bullshit. Because if I got charged with something else, I would not be out in these streets right now.
Yeah, for sure. So you have to go back for the exact same charge now?
Well, I'm still fighting my case, you know what I'm saying? But fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'm still fighting it, but I'm doing as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of stuff going on with cult shit, and I got stuff going on with my brothers, Damien Quinn, and Solid Ghost with cult activity. You know, there's so much stuff that needs to be done before, you know, anything happens, you know what I'm saying? So we're hoping for the best and expecting the worst out of the whole situation.
Yeah, that's all you can do. So I know you've been rocking with cult activity since you've been out. We saw you guys. It's Strictly for the Wicked. I know you guys just did like the party out there with the ABK tour with Razakel and Frodo. I assume it's nice to be back out and rocking stages again, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, definitely, man. Because when you're sitting in fucking jail for like damn near a fucking year, not doing anything, you're just sitting there reading books, or you're watching TV, or you're gambling in jail, you're fucking doing what you can to hustle, or you're just sitting there writing, dude, and you're just thinking to yourself like, oh fuck, there's so much shit that I could be doing, you know? Because before I even got incarcerated, you know, like we were on top of everything, dude. We only did one cult activity set before I got incarcerated, and that was at Gore Fest.
Yeah.
But since I've been out, dude, like, that's all we've been doing was doing shows and shit. And it's kind of funny because the last show that I did was Gore Fest before I got locked up. And then right away when I got out, I did Gore Fest again. So that was actually an honor to do.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know, I can't remember, like, what time frame was that? When did all the bullshit happen? How long were you locked up for?
Oh, man, dude. Okay, so, like, how this shit happened was, like, all right, it happened in, like, August and shit, like, late August. And, I don't know.
2016?
It was just crazy when I found out. What's up?
2016?
Yeah, it was 2016.
Okay.
But, yeah, it is what it is, though. But, like, they didn't get me until, like, 10 days later, you know what I'm saying? Because, honestly, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just staying out of the situation after I recorded it. I was like, yeah, I'm staying away from the crib, you know what I'm saying? But they ended up arresting my brother, and I was staying low-key about everything. And then a day before I went to see my PO in the office, that's when the motherfucking, they had it all over the news and shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that shit everywhere. And you've been out for what, like a month now, if that?
No, I've been out longer than that, dude. I've been out since, like, July.
Oh, okay.
I've been out since July 21st.
So you've been working on a lot of music, doing cult activity. Obviously, you're not doing anything with your brother currently until he gets out. But what's going on in the music tip? Like,
well, within a day of being out, you know what I'm saying, I was already at Damien's house. We was already recording within less than 24 hours of me being out. So we did this little single track called which is Latin for pig food. And we did some shit. We killed that track. We put it out on YouTube and everything. We're still working on our full length album and whatnot, but we're releasing an EP called Population 909, which is Jim Jones tribute.
Which is also cult.
Cult activity.
But other than the cult activity stuff that we've been working with, dude, and doing all the shows, I've been also working on my solo album called Funeral Macabre.
When is that something you think will be finished before you go back, or?
Oh yeah, I'm already in the midst of it.
Dope. So when can the fans expect to see something, a record come into fruition for you and pick it up?
Well, it'll be soon. Probably within like the next few months. Everything will be out and shit like that. New record will be out. Population 909 with Cult Activity will be out soon as well. And the full length album is going to be pretty fucking sick, dude. So, and me and Damien and Ghost, we've been killing it in the studio with that shit. So, it's good.
Hell yeah, that's something to look forward to. I know a lot of people are enjoying the Cult Activity being back and rocking shows, so that's fucking something good for everybody to look forward to.
Yep.
Let me see. Kind of something we kind of do around here. We just kind of, go on like a history lesson, if you will. Like, before all the Pinkies out and all that shit, like, where did Bloody Rukus start? Like, how did you get into music? Where did it all begin? Like, how did we get to the point now?
Well, it started in 2005. I was 12 years old. I started out doing poetry and shit. Because one of my cousins died and whatnot, and I was always a big horrorcore fan, The majority of these cats out there nowadays were always juggalos and stuff like that, but I was actually really into, like, underground horrorcore stuff, like, I was into LSD and KYP, SKR. I was listening to all that shit back in the day, and Third Shift Entertainment and Bobby Knight and Too Strange, Necro. I was listening to everything, and I kept tabs on that, dude, and I actually got influenced off of a lot of that music, especially Shy One, because Shy One was one of my main influences in doing music, so I just started out, working my way up, and at the time it was hard to find a studio where I was from, which was Green Bay. We didn't know anybody with a studio like that, and by the time I hit 16, that's when, my cousin had a studio. And I just started working on some, like, mixtapes and shit, started handing them around, uploading stuff on YouTube and online and whatnot, doing networking. And that's where I just, started slowly, vacillating into this music career. But I didn't get into, like, doing the shows until I was 17 years old, when I got introduced to Wicked Wisconsin. Like, I knew who Wicked Wisconsin was for years, because I was always listening to their stuff, too, even before it was called Wicked Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying? When it was, like, Insane D and Maniacs and everything, before Dark Half Beat was even in the picture, I was listening to that kind of stuff. And, I would hear about it, saying through, like, my peoples in Green Bay, like, they would talk about, like, these underground groups and everything. Like, I've heard of it, like, Insane D and, like, Maniacs and the Morgue and all these other underground groups and shit, So I was, like, influenced by that stuff, too, and I didn't start doing, like, shows with them until down the road, when I was 17, and I did my first show at Sidelines Bar in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin, that Mo Foley was running, and technically Mo Foley found me and whatnot. Ever since then, I've been clicked up with the whole fucking gang, with Dark Half and everybody from Wicked Wisco, that's how I just started going from there.
Hell yeah, man, that's what's up. And then life got a little crazy. One Eye's not here tonight, obviously. You saw him out there on the road, but he wanted me to ask you about basically what life was like and what your mindset was like while you were locked up, different so from, obviously being free. Like,
was it in prison or was it in jail?
Were you in prison?
Jail.
It was in jail, okay. So they extended stay.
Hey, prison's way better than jail. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, I know, because jail. Everybody, I've seen like shows that just go for the extended stay jail people, and it's crazy in there.
Well, in jail, I was kind of a fucking, I was kind of a celebrity in jail because they had me on the news every fucking week and month.
That helps. That helps.
So that was kind of ridiculous, you know. But like, I still see myself as a human being as among as these other motherfuckers that I was in jail with, you know. Because we're all wearing the same suit, we're all waking up, eating the same food, doing the same fucking thing every fucking day, you know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with these people every day, and you get this mind state like you're just stuck in the fucking system. You're pretty much a fucking dog under the system's eyes, you know?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And like what differs between that and like my music shit is because I am let go of hope on, you know, my music, you know what I'm saying? Because I would call my brother Damien damn near every week. And for like the past years while I was locked up, you know, and just, you know, talking with him, seeing what was all going down and what was all going down in the scene, what tours what he was going on. You know, I was calling him while he was on tour with the same poetry. I was calling him while he was on tour with Roz for that Buddha Dolls and Daps tour.
Yeah.
You know, I was calling him damn there every week.
Oh, yeah. So you're out now. You've been working on some music. You may be back. If anybody out there wants to know more about Bloody Rukus, where can they find you? Where can they pick up your music? Are you on social media? Like, let everybody know where they can get more information on you and cult activity and everything going on.
Well, you can add me on my Facebook, Preston Anthony Hyde, or you can add my Bloody Rukus page, you know what I'm saying? Like the Bloody Rukus page, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you know, you can find my album, My Bloody Valentine, on bigcartel.com. Whoops, I'm too fucking high, fellas, sorry.
That's all good.
But yeah, cultgear.bigcartel.com is where you can find our merch and shit.
That's what's up. So for everybody that was already a fan before, everyone that may become a fan now, or all the people that just kind of heard about you over the whole fucking Pinkies thing, like what do you have to say to everybody out there in the world? Like, I'm sure that's something you thought about probably a lot, being, you know, locked up, thinking about shit. Like, if you could say whatever you wanted to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are your thoughts? What's going on? Like,
well, for starters, you know, for everyone that had my back and supported me, you know, I got much love for every single one of you guys. You know, I'm never going to forget that, especially with my brother Damien, because he had my back to the fullest while I was locked up. You know, to let everyone know, you know, no matter what, even if I get locked up, you know what I'm saying, I do have a time. I do have a release date, no matter what, you know what I'm saying. Even if I get locked up 2 to 3 years, I always have a release date. But just know, you know what I'm saying, like, the whole situation's fucked up. You know, nobody should really be in trouble with anything, you know what I'm saying, especially if there's permission given to do whatever the fuck there was to do, you know. But if somebody was being forced to do something that they didn't want to do, you know what I'm saying, that shit would have never happened, you know what I'm saying? But in this situation, it wasn't like that at all. Nobody was forced or anything like that, you know?
Honestly,
so no matter what, you know what I'm saying, to all my fans listening and shit, like, if, you know, I don't know what kind of fucking laws are in your states or anything like that, but, dude, I'm telling you, don't fucking listen to nobody, you know what I'm saying, when they try telling you, oh, yeah, I'm giving you permission. Don't listen to nothing they say when it comes to shit like that, dude. Because I'm telling you, dude, I made a fucking snuff film. And, yeah, dude, and none of us thought it was illegal, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of fucking ridiculous. But just know, fans, everyone that's out there, even the haters, dude, you guys can hate all you want, but I'm telling you motherfuckers like it is, dude. You know, it's the whole fucking situation, you know what I'm saying, is different, you know, in the point of view than you guys, what you guys have, because you guys have watched the news and let the news spoil your minds into making you believe into something that ain't really true, because, you know, the whole thing was blown out of proportion. So regardless, you know, to everyone that's out there, I want to thank y'all for having my back and, you know, for keeping this cult shit alive while I was away and, you know, keep it up. And no matter what, dude, even if I'm locked up, you know, I'm still coming back out and I'm still going to be putting motherfucking work in and I'm still going to keep grinding. And that's how it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, man, that's what's up. That is what's up.
I wonder if that they're charging you with this and they're putting you in jail because body modification is a thing, and there's obviously body modification on the black market. I'm wondering if this is like preventative laws, like to keep people from doing this. And like, it just sucks you got caught up in it because there was permission given. But I'm wondering if it's like, okay, isn't it illegal to like do piercing outside of a licensed establishment?
No, it's illegal.
It's illegal to do piercing outside of a licensed establishment. Same with tattooing. Body modification, I'm assuming, is a big one, and it just seems to me like that's what you got caught up in. Inadvertently, you didn't do it. It's fucked up that they're trying to throw you at this, but it sounds like they're trying to curb, like, hey, we don't want anybody doing this shit, regardless of if they want to or not, because people are going to die from like infections and all that stuff. And I'm wondering if it's something like that why they're charging you with this and why they're actually why you might be looking at prison time for this. I'm wondering if it's something like that.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand either, because, like, if you look at it this way, dude, like, the definition of party to a crime is if you fucking, you helped out, like, held someone's hand down or something like that, or you conspired, which I did none of those, you know what I'm saying? Which is why, we're gonna fucking fight this shit, dude.
Right, and you definitely, I mean, you have a case on this, because all you did was, you just filmed it. You know, you were there, but they're going to try and say, you know, well, you should have stopped it. It's like, well, what's there to stop? She wanted it to happen. You know, she asked.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't like she was being forced. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like she was being forced, but there's also a video of her saying, yo, do it again. You know, I want it done, you know? Right. There's a video proving it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically what it sounds like they're probably going to, all they might have is, okay, practicing medicine without a license, or like doing medical procedures without license, you know, is what it best sounds like.
That's how it should be. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, because a lot of people say the same exact thing, you know, because if we were 2 hours north, you know, if we were in Michigan, that's what we would have gotten charged with was, you know, operating without a fucking doctor's license, because they got those laws there, you know what I'm saying, where you can do body modification. But apparently Wisconsin doesn't have those laws.
Yeah, so it's man, best of luck to you, man. I mean, it's shitty all around, and you got caught up because, you know, who knew, really? I mean, it's fucked up, though.
It is, but you know, you want to know something? You know, like, yeah, everything was fucked up about the situation, but I'll tell you one fucking thing and one thing only. The only good thing I've seen about the situation was that it got my music out there a little more, but it also kept cult shit alive. That's the only good thing I've seen about it. Other than that, the whole fucking thing's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta look at the positives, man. And you know, just fight that shit to the fullest. You know, you definitely have a case in that, because, you know, it just seems like they're just going off bullshit.
Yeah, like, my boy shouldn't even have been charged with, like, the charges that they charged him with, you know what I'm saying? Because they tried hitting him with mayhem and second-degree reckless injury, but he pleaded out to be the second-degree reckless injury, and they gave him 3.5 in and 4 out.
Wow. Yeah, that's ridiculous. At most, it should have just been practicing without a license, and, you know, was it your guys' first offense? You don't mind me asking?
Excuse me?
Was it your first offense?
No, this is not my first offense. I've actually been a criminal my whole life.
That might have played into why they're running with this one. Is that they're like, you know what, this guy has a history.
Helps.
Do what?
Well, check it out. Like, because there was another dude. Like, check it out. There was another dude that was there that did just as much as I did, and that was pretty much nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he got a signature bond. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had to pay $5,000 cash to get out of jail, but this guy's got a signature bond, and me and him did the same thing. We did nothing. All right. The only difference was I filmed. You know what I'm saying? But they hit me with $5,000 cash bond, and where the fuck we just with that. But it's because, you know, I have a criminal history of violence as it is, going all the way back to 2002 when I was 9 years old.
Right.
But it was just fucking ridiculous, dude, because they use that, you know, just so they can try to keep me in jail, you know. But that's just stupid, because they pretty much discriminate in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, they use people's history to their advantage, and, you know, just to make them look more fucking bad, even though they didn't do nothing. It's just stupid.
Well, that's why there's such a reincarceration rate of people that do their time or get let out of prison. I mean, they go right back because the way the system is set up is that you damn near are going back regardless. You can't get a job, you can't find a place to live, you can't rent. So all these people that when I say all these people, there's probably not a whole lot of them that want to like legit change their lives. But like if you do, and you have felonies and you've done time, you can't. And it's shit like this that, it's something simple. You didn't even do anything in this, and they are fucking throwing the book at you as much as they can with this charge, and they're wanting to send you back to prison, and you didn't do anything.
Exactly, and that's what's fucking stupid because, I've been telling motherfuckers too, like up, down, left, right, because people come up to me asking questions all the time, like, what was the situation really about, Not what the news is saying, you know what I'm saying? Because the news would say some stupid shit like, oh yeah, it was a fucking ritual for a dead friend, that's bullshit, dude. Whoever fucking believes that deserves to get punched in the mouth.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the news bullshitting, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because I got plenty of homies, you know what I'm saying, plenty of people that know about the situation, that heard about the situation as soon as it happened and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? They can all back me up on it. And if my boy was out of jail, he would tell you the same thing,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the story of, hey, this girl wants her pinky cut off, these guys